right, everybody, Kathy Arbor here, and today we're going to be finishing up this Art Nouveau page that we started last week. And I have a few ideas. I'm still thinking out things, but I hope you're joining along and you get some ideas for your future mixed media art journal pages. So far I've just used acrylic paint. This is actually a piece of copy paper that I drew her on and then used acrylic paint to paint her, and then I stuck her on to this background page. I've been using stencils for the background, a little bit of pen work for in this area here, and I've cut up a few stencils, or not stencils, what are they? Them in the food section, like doilies type of things. You set cakes and stuff on. And that's what I'm using in her hair. I've just sprayed them with some Lindy's stamp sprays, and then I just glued them on. These were silver, but I just turned them over and used the other side. So now I want to do her dress, and in Alfonso's books, you'll find that he concentrated a lot on flowers and fabric. Very beautiful folds and a lot of line work. Usually wasn't too patterned. It was usually very simple. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's see. So this is the one that I did her face. So we're just going to try and do something like this here. You could use another stencil, around mandala stencil. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Lena. Still making dinner? Okay. So I'm going to get a stencil out and see what I can get one small enough for the front of her dress, and then maybe, I don't know, stamp or something even would work. We could even stamp it. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's got a bit of gesso on it, clear gesso that I've used. Hi, Karen, Janet, Katrina, Dot, good to see you all. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And did you all watch Dee Dee and Janet's stream this morning with Devin? It was awesome. I watched most of it. She's very talented, the lady. She works, but I can't believe how much stuff she gets done. I don't know. Maybe it's you get slower when you get older. I don't know. Yeah. And I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I don't think I have as much as she does. Yes, she is very talented. And she loves so many different areas of mixed media, which is great. She's kind of like me that way. I love it all, so I have a hard time just sticking to one thing. I like to play with it all. Okay, so let's see if I can find a stencil or kind of a circular stencil. Now, I did bring out some stencils here just to show you what I consider more Art Nouveau, and anything with a lot of curves and swirls, that type of thing. So this one is a good one. This would be great for corners. And these from the Artist Cellar. these cathedral, I think they called it. These would work really well too. This one's a little bit on the religious side. You usually see these clover things in a lot of the windows. This one, same thing. It's got that clover. It's more Edwardian, I would say. This one's more Art Nouveau to me because of the curves. Again, very organic looking. You could probably work with this one too. This is kind of pretty. This is, I don't even know where I got these. These are so old. But this would work along borders of your page. A lot of times they have borders. Let's see. This would work. A lot of flowers. This is a good one. So we'll test them out, see if the circumference will fit where I want it to. Let's see. It's a little modern. They had a lot of nature in their stuff too. I think I'm going to raise my light a little bit. Looks kind of dull. Let's see, exposure. See if that looks a little better. There, that's better. I don't know why it was dark. This one would work. These are those sticky ones too. Try that one. You could use stamps too, if you have some stamps. Mandela, kind of. Oh, what was that one? You might be able to work with that. Let's see. All right, let's try these. See if we can get one to fit. If you have any questions, just leave it in caps and hopefully I'll catch it and see it. If not, there's quite a few talented people in here, so they might be able to answer it too. Let's see if I want it down like that. That could go across the top. I put that book. Okay, she has kind of like a trim first. So we could just make something up probably. See what we got here. Have this one too. I could use this too. This might work. Oh, that one will work. That could be the trim. I got any others? Let's try this one. Flowers. Not feeling it. Don't think that one works. So let's try and work on some of these. This would actually be pretty too. Okay, maybe use that one. Not that one, I don't think. Maybe this one. I actually kind of like this one. I think I'm going to stick with this one. So, what we can do, I can paint some color in here first. Just some different, maybe even with markers. Yeah. Do some maybe greens. I don't want to get too bright. Some green. Red or purple. Let's see. Or maybe pink. Yellows. Green. How about aqua? And a yellow. Hopefully these work. I'm just going to draw a line where I want to color some of this area. So to about here, I think I'll have a about there, and then I'll turn it over. And do I want that hot? I think it has to be a little bit smaller on the sides. All right, so then I'm just going to take some of these and I'm just going to do a bunch of scribbling. You can take paint if you wanted to get deeper colors, or I might just do that though. It's going to take a while doing it, scribbling. And I don't have any fat markers, so. Hey, Devin. Awesome artwork, Devin. I really enjoyed that. All thumbs matter. Doesn't matter. They all mean an algorithm. So I wouldn't worry about it. Why is that not? Almost feels dry. Well, that sucks. Dry. I haven't even used it. Some green. I think I'm going to have to break down and buy some Poscas. These just aren't staying good for me. I don't know why. Because they're meant for this type of work. But I guess you get what you pay for, I guess. Devin, have you found you're having troubles with them? That's kind of sucky. So it's just so expensive. I can't buy them right now because they'll freeze. But once the good weather starts, I'll probably buy a few at a time. I like them, but my white one gets gloppy. Yeah, I don't know. Some of them work fine, and then I'll get others that they just give up on me. And there's still paint in them, but for some reason, don't know. Let's try a blue. And the ball that's in them, it's hard to get them going. Here's some blue, baby blue. I just want some different colors because I'm going to put the stencil over top. And you'll see just bits and pieces of the colors. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just some color for the background. And maybe throw in this purpley pink. Just a few. Okay. Then this was the area where kind of the lacy part folds over, so you can just put your fold so it kind of looks like it's folding over. I'll get some shading done in there eventually. And then I'm going to use this part here. Do I want that part? I think I'll use that for the top part. So thinking, how do I want to do this? Do I want to put gold in it? Maybe? I think so. Could always outline it. Get some gold. Okay. Bronze, iridescent bronze. And a sponge. So what do you guys have on the art table? I saw Janet was doing her Zentangles. That was awesome. I love Zentangles. I just don't have the time for it. Got too much on my plate. So I'm just going to put a little bit, trying to stay in the lines here. So making a mess. Let's see. I have that. It's all right. Nothing to write home about, though. It's very tiny. It's kind of hard to get it just right. I'd have to go in with a paintbrush and fix it up. It gives me a start. And just a small paintbrush. We'll paint in a little bit of that. Just get some sort of pattern in it. Maybe I'll put some shading gray or something in it. This didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to. Oh, I forgot. This stuff is the paint that has the aqua in it. So when you add a lot of liquid to it, the aqua bleeds out. It's kind of cool. Just add some more polka dots. At least you can might put some circles around the dots so they're more noticeable. And she has this braided, gold braided, whatever it is, on her arms. So we'll put that on. I just love Art Nouveau. I think it's such an elegant, style. Very organic looking. It's one of my favorites, I think. Of course, being a gardener, anything organic looking is one of my favorites. So just coloring up those lines. And then I can come back in with paint, or probably best a pen, and add some shading to those so they look like braids. There's a lot of Kathys. All right, what else? Now I'm gonna dry that so I can put my stencil on it and put the other part on. And I think I'm gonna do her dress in a probably a soft peach color or buff. Okay, this is a titanium buff. So there's different shades of buff too. This is almost got it's an odd shade. It's a little different than your goldens. It's almost got a pinky gray tinge to it. It's different. And I'm going to just do a coat on my dress. And then I can use a micron pen and put the lines of the folds and stuff like that. In his work, he didn't use a whole lot of shading in his clothes. It was more about the line work. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So just add a little bit of this color just to get the bright white away. If you're doing this one, you can do whatever color you want. I'm just trying to stick to his palettes that he normally used, which were very, very muted. Didn't use a lot of really bright colors. More on the warmer side. Just trying to cover this. All right. Up there a little bit. Cover that. And I also want to put some of this color around the outside of this circle. So they did that a lot. They had kind of outlined, and they also sectioned out their pages, kind of like a window, actually. So they used a lot of soft triangles. So they didn't put real points on anything. It was more rounded. And let's see if I have I like to use either a white charcoal or a pastel pencil when you're going to put something over top of an area already painted, just in case it doesn't come out right. Now, I can't find the darn stencil that I used for this, so I'm going to have to wing it. I don't think I have anything that size that would work. No, I don't see anything. So I'll have to wing it. But it's just going to be a very narrow. Because typically he wouldn't leave all of this just the way it is. It would have some kind of a border or framing design of some sort. Not too bad. It's a little bit thick. All right, and then I think I'm going to, this is the center part of her head, so I'm going to bring this, I think I'm going to bring it up. Curve the line. And then come across. So make a border. So let's see, how do I want to do this? This will be white. I think I want to bring this down like this so that there's a little bit of the background showing. Like so. Trying to stay even, but then that. Try to get your corners the same. And about the same width. Let's see. Yeah, it's not bad. All right, then we frame that in white. They used a lot of really curvy lines too, so if you want to do that, you can, or just look up Art Nouveau borders. There's some really good patterns out there, especially from, oh, what's that place called? Where you can get all the royalty-free coloring books and stuff. It's Dover. They have a lot of books on this style. They also have books with a CD in it, so you can actually print them off. Now, in there, I could put leaves, or we could use something in these. Could just see what we got here. Or just some swirls. That might work too. Or just a circle. Circles. Let's see. Something even like that would work. Put it a little smaller. Or if you have that one might work. Or a leaf, that type of thing. I did find an Art Nouveau one I forgot I had. So this is very much Art Nouveau, this one here. I think this one was from Stencil Girl, if I'm correct. It's got so much paint on it, I don't know. And I can't see. I'm pretty sure that was Stencil Girl. So very much Art Nouveau, the leaves. And this one I have had for a while too. And this is, to me, Art Nouveau. The way it swirls, see the swirls in it? That's very much Art Nouveau. The leaves and the swirls. This is how they did a lot of their branches and hair, is this type of swirling. So you could use this in a background, or if you got a fairly large border you want to do, you could use this. I could actually just put leaves in here. Use this. Let's see, maybe even like that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to paint this in. So I got my, let's see, I'm going to get something a little bit an angle, I think, so I can get in the corners. Use up this buff colored paint. I'll show you what I did for this month's class too. Really turned out cool. Lots of texture. I want some of these flowers overlapping it. I like that. And you do see that in a lot of his stuff too, where he overlaps the figure or some leaves or flowers from the hair. Trying to get it as straight as possible. Gonna have to have a steady hand. All right, I can breathe now. Oh, wait, did you find it, Kathy? Awesome. Thanks for posting. You could make your own stencils too, guys. Just get some of the Dover Art Nouveau books and you can cut your own stencils. If you're going to do a lot of this, I really love this style, so I may just do that. So you could just print it out on, what is that stuff called? For overhead projectors, remember they used to have, what's that stuff called? I can't think of it. You can still get it for transparency. And just print it in your printer and then just cut it out. Or I think you can buy stencil vellum too. Different places I've seen it. It's a little thicker than your transparency, but does inkjet work on? Yep, it does. I've only got an inkjet printer. The only thing you have to do, Devin, is you have to tape it to cartridge paper because it's see-through, so for some reason it won't register. At least that's what my printer does. But yeah, it prints it. There's on the transparency, there's a rough side and a smooth side, and you print on the rough side. So you have to make sure you got it in the right way, because otherwise it'll just smear. Now that it's February, Janet, have you got daffodils coming up? You know, some places they're already seeing their spring bulbs come up. I envy you. So it won't be for a couple months for me. We usually don't see stuff come up till April. Not yet, but soon, yeah. And the birds start chirping again. I love that. You go outside after winter, a long winter, and you go out and you hear all the little birds chirping. It's so nice to hear. That's when I like to get even though it's cold out, once the birds start coming back, I'll get a lawn chair and get my winter coat on and just sit out on my deck with a nice hot cup of coffee listening to the birds. Sit in the sun a bit. Get some vitamin D. There. I think I'll bring it down to here too. I think needs it. Be careful if you have words you need to flip. Yes, fair. Yes, good you mentioned that. Yeah, that or you learn the hard way. But then you won't forget it. At least I didn't. I can remember when I first started stained glass doing that. And I cut everything out. And then when I went to put it back together, I realized it was all cut wrong. You only do that once. Just wanted this a little bit darker. That was the big thing in stained glass. A lot of people had problem with in class is doing the mirror image when laying your pieces down. It has to be backwards. Ah, you have a robin in your garden? Hey, Beck. Oh, your niece is going to start doing it's. I loved it. Well, of course I did. I was doing it for 25 years, but it's just eye candy. You've had flocks of birds flying around? Really, Kathy? Well, we've had like the normal flocks, like chickadees and I can't remember what. There's these little birds. They're a little bit bigger than a chickadee, and they're really cute. Their head and all their back is kind of this really dark charcoal, almost black, but it's not black. And then their chest is all white. And then their little beaks are almost blue color, and their legs are a blue color. And they fly around in big flocks here. I don't know what they are, but they're really cute. They kind of look like robins, but had white at the top of their stomachs. Are they as big as a robin? there's that. Now, I'm going to outline this too, probably in gold, but with a gold pen, I think. And let's see, how can I use this? Could actually do it like that. That would work. Like, okay, I need some tape. Where I put my tape. What's in there? Nope. Oh, there it is. Masking tape. They could be Midwest towhees, often mistaken for robins. Oh, cool. Never heard of that. Let's see. I'm just going to tape off. That's fine there, but I want this here. And there. And then I think I'm going to do that in the dark. So the black. Let's see, some black. So that the leaves will be the orange color. Well, this is kind of a black green. It'll do. Hopefully it works. We'll see. Okay. Now I'm just going to leave that tape on that side and I'll just flip it over and we can do the other side. I have to clean it first so I don't get any of that paint on my and then this will go right like that. Ooh, just about messed up. My back. Hopefully. Can you see me? I can't see anything. Hopefully you can see me. You can? Oh, because I can't see anything on YouTube. It's just a black screen. So I'll just stay on. I can see the chat on StreamYard. Let's see. Yep, I can see it on YouTube, but I can't see it. There's nothing on the screen. It's black. Weird. Yeah, my internet. Open up a new YouTube window. How do you do that, Kathy? I can what? Oh, there. Now I'm back. Jeez. I guess it was lagging. I see you now. Although I'll press live. There. Close that one and crazy. Let's see, what setting am I at? 720, okay. I know StreamYard seems to put me into 480 for some reason. I think I'm okay, but let's see. Yep, still in 720. All right. Well, it's better than having to start a new stream, for Pete's sakes. That makes me crazy. All right. All right, so let's do some more of her dress here. Yeah, aren't the trees in the corners pretty? Yeah, I like them. See, turned out pretty good. They do need to be outlined, I think. So, like the, I don't know, what should I do that in? Oh, we'll worry about the dress right now. So the dress is going to be kind of, let's see, I'm going to grab a marker or pen. Paint marker, see if I can. Hey, Colleen. Welcome. Didn't see you come in. Okay. So I should glue that down. Glue. Just added a little something. It made it more of that Art Nouveau look when you put those sections in that they do. Just gives it that era look. Okay, so see here. Oh, I got to make this part. So we could just let's see if we can find what was I going to use? Not that one. I think it was this one we were gonna maybe use. I don't know. Got to put that in. So I could do it like that. No. Or maybe just like that. Let's take a pencil and see what it looks like. I'm going to tape off a bit of this too. Around here. So I don't go over top of her dress. Like that. And thinking, how do I want to do this? Maybe some more. I think I'm going to use my brush this time. Trying to find an easy way of not having to go in, although that's not going to work. Silly, silly move of, here's my other brush. And the other, I'll just cut this one, I guess. So she'll have some gold again in her dress, and then I'll just color in the other areas with different colors. See what it turns out like. I think that's enough. Yep. All right, so let that dry. Or I'll dry it. So you can use your stencils for all kinds of ways, bits and pieces of them. All right. Now, just got a very blousy, I wonder if this is going to be too, let's try this out. I don't want a really thick line. It's not bad. Shake it up more. Thanks, Devin. So from here, her dress will blouse out. And then she's got very the more lines, the more shaded the areas. Kind of like cross hatching. When you want to do shaded areas. So she have lots of pleats in her dress. Very blousy. Depends how detailed you want to get. light marks. I'm not going to put the thing down the center. I don't think she really needs it. But let's see. Do smaller marks in here where the fabric would be puckered a little bit, where that thing is. I'm just gonna put a bit of a line along the edge here. You could do this with a pen too. Let's see. There are a few lines in here from the folds. And we have to do something in here. We could actually, let's see. Could actually, here's those dots. Take a finer pen and do some outlines of that. Let's see what I got here. Nope. 3. That'll do. See if this works, hopefully. No, might wreck my pen. I'm just doing underneath to give it a little bit of shading where those dots were. I don't know if you can, I'll show you in a minute. Let's see what happens if I outline the stencil. If I like it or not. Well, it's not bad. Let's see. You could do it just by yourself too. Don't need a I'm just making scratchy flowers just to show that that's what they are. I'll show you in a minute. So you can make your own patterns with your pen work to what you want it to be. Stuff like this, where it would take you forever to do the fine detail that they're showing in the book. This is just a journal page, so I'm not going to spend that kind of time doing that. But that's totally up to you. If you want to do it, go ahead. I'm not. Here. Let's see. So you can even get more detailed if you want. Depends. You could put even sequence on there. Little circles. To give it more. Depends how much you want to do. We'll just do a few along the top here. You have to watch your pen though. Kind of like doodling. Let's see, we'll do. So I'm just doing lazy S's to make back again. I really have to figure out what's actually ordered another computer. It's my I need a lot more hard drive than I have on this one. So I'll keep this one for playing around with things on the internet, and I'll use the other one for streaming. Hopefully, we'll see if it was the computer. That, or I'm going to have to move my modem. It's strange though, because it never did this before, so I'm guessing it's the computer. It's very frustrating, but not much I can do until I think it's my computer will be here on the end of the month, it said. So, okay, so there's my can you see it? The rope. Now with this, I could take markers even. Let's see. Where did I put my, there's my lid. So here's some pit pens. So let's try and, let me take you in a little bit. And we'll just add some colors to this. So I had some green, aqua, and I think I'll do some peach maybe. And we'll just, it hurt. Maybe. Just playing. Just play. See what you can do. I'm just playing with making some kind of a design. I don't want to get too many lines in it, but um, okay. Then what other, maybe pen. Hmm. Doodle. Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, this is making me crazy. There's nothing I can do about it for now. So sorry. God. Yeah, just keeps going off. I don't know. It's making me crazy. Bring it out a little bit. Oop. Out, not in. There. So all I really have to do now is do some edging. I think I have a gold actually. Or should I do black? Thanks, Eileen. God, I hope I get my computer soon. That or maybe I'll have to see if I can get a cable long enough to put it through. This isn't doing it. Let's see if this looks right. If I put a... No, I don't like it. I think black would look better. Or should I... Let's see. This could be tricky. I don't know. I wonder if there's any, oh, what are they called? Cut files for these shapes. So that would be kind of cool. And you could have them 3D. Oop, a little wonky there. go back and touch that up. I bet you can use the Dover books and make, oh, that's a good idea, Eileen, yeah. That's true. I'll show you one of my Dover books. What I mean about, and this is, they've got a ton. I think the lines on the dress and hair and wherever else they put it in the designs of the dress makes the page look Art Nouveau. That's their signature, is the line work. Dover is great for all sorts. Yes, they are. Where is it? Let me put the book. Oh, here it is. So this is the Art Nouveau book. So it's got a CD in the back, so you can put it in your computer and download any of these. So there's a ton, and you can enlarge them or whatever. You get ones just for borders. You can get ones that are flowers, whatever. And they're all numbered, so you can look on the CD for them. It's a great, I love these books. I've got a few of them. Yeah. Oop, that didn't like it. That's 421 royally free designs, so you can use them for whatever you want. Okay. So let's see, is there anything else? I think I want to darken her eyes a little bit, just a smidge. And there we go. So just sure it's not gloppy. Make sure her pupils are nice and dark. Her pupils were a little bit on the small side, so there's usually a bit of shadow overcast from the eyelid. It's kind of hard to play with this small piece, but darken this up a little bit. Just give it a little more definition. And her nose. And just a little bit on the sides of her mouth. Darken it just a smidge. Now there she is. I think it looks pretty good. You could still go crazy. You could outline all these leaves here if you wanted to. You could add more to the bodice of the dress, like there'd be shadows under these parts of her dress. I don't think I have my pencil crayons out. This is dark enough. Oh yeah, it'll work. Just add a little bit of a shadow that would be cast. Maybe in here, just a smidge more. Depends how detailed you want to get. Bye, Dot. Thanks for coming. Just a little bit more detail in here. Her eyes. Around her nose, there'd be a little bit of a shadow. And on her lip. Don't have to go too crazy, but yeah. Probably some in here where hair's hanging down a little bit. All right, I think that's it for this one. So very simple. Thanks, guys. I'll show you the, this is from last month's very textured. This I did if you watch the lesson I did on this, this is really textured along the edge, and I just used a brush and swept it into the flower, so it gives you that kind of 3D look. So I had a bunch of the paste left over, and it was actually gel medium, gesso, and a little bit of plaster. So I thought I would use it up. I didn't want to waste it. So this is a piece of bedding sheet that I put the plaster on and let it dry. And then did the painting over top of it. So you can use sheeting for your for your painting. And I thought what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use it for a book cover. And you can sew on it still. It's not that thick that you can't sew on it, so you can still sew on it. And I also use right in here, all of the sticks and stuff is actually plaster that I colored. And then after it dried, I went over top of it with oil pastels to give it more of a wood look. And then this is just bits and pieces of gauze that I colored and tore up. This here that look like leaves, they're actually the fake silk flowers of a daisy, and I just took it apart and dyed it to make it look like leaves. And these, I was trying to make these look like pussy willows. So they're actually pom-poms that I got from the dollar store. And I just put some gray paint in it and left the tops white to make them look like pussy willows. But it was fun. And then this here, this isn't, actually it is not a sewn line. This is a trick that some years and years ago, someone showed me this, and I can't remember who it was, but they wanted to do it like a stitched line, but they didn't want to actually stitch in it. So what I do is, because I did a lot of work on my house, I had this taping tape for drywall. And what you do, it's got a sticky back to it. So all you have to do is take this, lay it down to where you want it, take a pen or pencil or whatever you want to do, and you just follow one of these lines and just go down. And it will give you a line that looks like it's been sewn. That bird is going to lay 100 eggs. So get some of this. It's fantastic. And then you don't have to worry about sewing it on machines. And if you wanted to, you could always glue some thread on the back of this so it looks like the end of the thread. But yeah, you don't have to. That looks like sewed lines to me. You just follow the I know it's cheating. But it's a good cheat. Kathy. Yeah, you got all those poscas that could be different colored yarn and string. Just buy a roll of this. I still like using my sewing machine, but I just thought, well, I didn't want to get it out. I was lazy. So I decided to do this, but this was really a lot of fun. So I hope you'll try it out. Because we're using all kinds of texture in this. And the bird isn't that difficult. You can put whatever bird you want on it. So I just thought I'd show you that. So I will be putting together my, oh, did I bring that down? I think I did. Yes, I did. So I did put some fabric on this book. This was the one that my first 6 months. Remember, I had just cardboard and then the tapes were on it. So I just put plain old bed sheeting and stained it. And now I can paint on this if I want to. So it's covered, so you don't see that ribbon. But what I'm going to do is probably once I've painted, you could actually get gaffer tape and put it down here, or you could get what is it, duct tape. They got so many different colors. And put it down the spine if you want to make this a little bit more sturdy, or put another piece of cardboard over this and then the duct tape. Yeah, this one, yeah, it was for blooming artist level. The other one that I showed you, the flower, this one is for budding artists and up. Faux slow stitch, and then I can get all the slow stitchers mad at me. Well, who doesn't like to save some time and some money? Like, geesh. Especially if you've got some, like, it really looks like stitches. Now I just crossed them. I did a couple times and then I just crossed it and that made it look like it's even more stitched. The scandal, yeah. Now everyone's going to look at your pages and go, is that really slow stitched? You'll never know. Just don't ask people to show the other side. That's why you gotta paste it down on your page before they ask you to turn it over. Yeah. All right. So that's it for me today. Hopefully I'll get this computer thing sorted out. I think I'll order a Ethernet cable and see if that will work better. Doesn't like when you glue fabric. It alone faux stitching. Tough, Eileen. It sturdied up my book. And then I want to paint on it. I could still stitch on this, or I could get little bits and pieces of material and hand stitch them and then glue it onto my page. Stitch Kate. That's good, Anne. So maybe next week we'll see what I can dream up to put on this. And then I can put a paper over top of this here. Make it even stronger. No, it shouldn't. Some people just don't have the time, Eileen. Thanks, everybody, for coming and putting up with my computer issues. I should have it all figured out by the end of the month when my new computer comes in. If not, hopefully cable would rectify it. So we'll see you all somewhere. Thanks, Shelley. Thanks, everybody. Have a creative day and get those books out and start drawing or painting or do something because it's good for you. Heat and bond, something like that. Well, really, Eileen, heat and bond is a glue. If you get right down to it. All right, I'm letting you guys go. We'll see you all later.